This has literally been like the worst week of my life. Like, I just do not think that this week is actually real. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 5th, and we are literally nearing the end of the month. It is close to 7:30, so we literally have to try to hurry on up and get out the door. As you guys can see, I am still getting ready because I have not slept in the past few days because it has literally been chaos, which is why I have under eye patches, and I'm gonna keep them on as long as possible until the minute that I walk out that door. I also have to do my hair as well. I always leave that for last. I have a lot to catch you guys up on. So basically, like the last week, I have literally just been like studying. We had a quiz the other week as well. I also got invited to a dean's dinner. Yes, with the actual dean of AUA. He invited us over to his house, and his wife was so sweet. She cooked us dinner, and the dinner was amazing. Basically, me and a few other students got invited from the ESGA, which is our entire school student government. So it was really kind of them to invite us over for dinner at their place. Their place is beautiful, by the way, their own private beach and everything. I'm so jealous. Like, that is literally aspirations to have in my life in the future, but it was so nice. We went last Saturday and I had an amazing time. It was great food, and I got to bond with his wife a lot, and we were just bonding over social media. Like, she's actually so cool, and she has like one of the best singing voices ever. Like, it's crazy. Like, she can sing. So it was really nice. This block, we're doing biostats and epidemiology and renal, and it has been kicking my butt left and right because I don't like biostats, I don't like renal. I literally told my facilitator for my small group, I'm literally like, I just find this unit so boring. Like, nothing interests me. Like, yeah, we had like one quiz, I did okay on it, like it wasn't bad, but like, you know, I just need something a little bit more exciting, which is why I'm really excited for our next block, which is going to be starting next week, which is endo repro. And I'm so excited because I find that unit so fascinating. Basically, we are just trying to get through all this biostats and renal. We basically completed our renal unit last week, and we've been doing biostats, and next week Wednesday we actually have our exam, and our exam is going to contain stuff for biostats and renal, so everything's going to be all compiled together into one exam. Last week we had our renal quiz, and then this past Monday today's the 5th, yesterday, which was the 4th, we had our biostats quiz. I don't know how that went. I'm still waiting for the grades, but when I do get the grades, I will let you guys know. We probably might get them probably today or tomorrow, so fingers crossed. We will see how we did on it, but I've basically been studying for that. And then this entire week, as you guys can see, I am in scrubs. This entire week we are doing ACLS. It's an entire week of ACLS. If you guys know what ACLS is, it stands for Advanced Cardiac Life Support. So basically for this, it's a week worth of simulations. Yesterday we were basically watching videos. Today we are going to be writing simulations and codes and going over the algorithm. So if you guys don't know what ACLS is, it's basically where we do simulations on a patient in a hospital setting, and we basically have to see if they are in cardiac arrest, if they are stable, unstable, if they are presenting with tachycardia, bradycardia. And we kind of have to run through this little algorithm, seeing like, okay, so what's going on with them? Are they breathing? Do they have like a stable heart rate? What medications do we give them? What do we do afterwards? And it's basically like different people positioned at the bed. Someone's positioned for airway, someone's positioned for breathing, circulation, and that kind of stuff. And then we have someone who's a scribe and someone who's the group lead. And we're basically running through this code to make sure that our patient is stable, and we have to make sure we pass. So yesterday it was basically like an introduction, and we were just watching videos. Today we are going to be practicing, so we are going to be picking our groups, and we're going to run through all these codes. Everyone's going to be assigned a role, and then tomorrow it's called the mega code. We're going to run the entire mega code, and we have to make sure we pass because we do not want to redo this entire thing. We are going to pass, fingers crossed. And then Thursday we don't have ACLS, and then Friday we have our exam for ACLS. So it's basically a 100 question exam, and we have to get, I think, like an 80-85% and above to pass. And I'm like, oh my gosh, great. So basically all of Thursday I won't be able to study for my exam next week. It has just been like crazy with the amount of things that are going on. And the thing is like for our ACLS, we were technically scheduled to go in September, but because it was like an exam conflict, we got moved to the very last week. So we are the very last group to go. At this point, I just want to get this over with because girls got to study. And also yesterday, we also did a few simulation labs as well. We had a intubation lab, and it was kind of cool seeing how you intubate a patient. And let me tell you, it takes a lot of arm strength. strength. So I'm glad I've been going to the gym. I still need to work on getting my upper body a little bit more in shape, but I think I did pretty well because I did get it on my second try. And then we also did blood drawing as well. So we had like a little fake arm and we were practicing like taking blood and stuff using the tourniquet. It's a lot easier when you get the practice of it because I think I got it on my first try, but I know for a fact that it's not going to be easy doing it on an actual human because sometimes it's going to be hard finding their veins. Sometimes they might be squirming and stuff, because I was talking with the facilitators who are doing those labs. I'm like, it's not going to be this easy, right? And she's like, no, sometimes it's going to be a lot more harder and stuff depending on the patient you have. So it was pretty fun having an idea of like what is expected of us when we actually do this kind of stuff and being introduced to the actual like tools and stuff that we use in these procedures. So it was fascinating. But when I got home, I was just so tired. I made dinner and I tried to study, but I ended up falling asleep. So I just slept and I'm like literally sleep deprived. So today we actually have class at 8. It is 7:34. I am debating whether or not I should be going to class right now because I feel like we are going to be doing class work, but it's not graded. And if it's not graded, I really don't want to go and do it because I really have to go and review renal because we stopped doing renal like a week ago. So that means I already forgot like half the stuff I learned. So I literally have to review it. And with the exam, literally next week, like literally in like 7-8 days, I need to start reviewing because I won't be able to study tomorrow because I have to practice my mega code, and Thursday because we have the exam. So I think I'm just going to head straight to the library and just study, and then I'll just watch the recording tonight for this class because I literally cannot, like I'll just watch it 2 times speed, but I cannot waste the time that I have right now because this is the perfect time to actually catch up and study for renal. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I made up my mind because I was debating back and forth, like, should I go to class today? Should I not? I think we're going to skip class today because I really got to get the studying done. That's basically all caught up on my life so far. Also, last week was actually Halloween and I actually wanted to go out. Like me and my friend had planned to go out for Halloween, but change of plans because we had to study for the biostats quiz. That was literally yesterday. Me and my friend were like, no, like we were so anxious. We were like, we gotta study. And I had bought a costume off of a friend on campus for like $25. This was the costume I was supposed to wear, but it's fine. I'll literally save it for like next year because I never got to wear it this year. But I'm like, you know what? School over everything. Like if I know like I'm not gonna have fun, I need to prioritize school and there's always gonna be other parties. So yeah, that's basically all caught up on my life. So now it is 7:36. We have got to fix the situation going on and we have to go and make some coffee because we are not gonna survive the library without coffee. Let's go on and get to school. So nice and beautiful out today. The one thing I like about going into November and December is it's getting less hot, which is nice because we don't want to be walking in excruciating heat like it was back in like June, July, and August. So thankfully it's not as hot and the sky looks so beautiful. Like the weather is literally perfect today because yesterday it was raining and it was kind of gloomy and cloudy, but today there are nice bright skies. We gotta love it. I also am in my scrubs, I got my coffee, and we are ready to head to campus. And we made it to campus. Now it is time to walk to the library. It's gonna feel weird not going to class because I'm always in class and I made sure to go every day. So today's like the one day in like weeks that I won't be attending. Now, no one judged me for taking the elevator to the second floor. outfit for today. We have on my black big scrubs and we are ready to pass our ACLS. Okay, so I took a little bathroom break, but I was getting so sleepy. Okay guys, we have less than 20 minutes until the start of my ACLS where we actually practice running the codes and stuff. I've literally spent the last 2 hours reviewing the codes, going over all the algorithms and stuff. The only thing I'm pretty unsure about is who's going to be in my group because we haven't decided who's in which group yet, so that's kind of nerve-wracking. I literally just cannot wait to get this ACLS out of the way. I tried to study for the first like 34 hours and I actually got a lot of studying for renal done, which is good, so that's a positive side. And when I go home, because I'm going to be lacking energy, I'm just going to watch the recording for biostats. I am really excited to get this over with because you guys all know how stressful ACLS is, because I've just been hearing stories about how some people didn't pass their mega code or they didn't pass the written exam. So fingers crossed all will go well. So we're going to quickly use the bathroom, we're going to put our hair up, and then we're going to get ready for ACLS. Okay, my hair is a little frizzy because of the humidity, but we are ready for ACLS. Okay, we are currently making our way down to the skills lab on the ground floor. Oh my god, we have 5 minutes to make it. LOL, I literally forgot my sheet. Okay guys, so we basically took a 5-minute break to kind of like get water and stuff, but so far the ACLS has been going pretty good. So we had like different spots where we kind of like rotated and we learned which one was tachycardia, which one was bradycardia, and which one was cardiac arrest. So now with that we went through each simulation. Now we're actually going to run through a practice mega code. I'm excited now. It kind of makes more sense of like what we actually have to do, so we're going to get through this. Okay, so it is almost 5 p.m. and we finished running all of our practice codes and the algorithm. Now we're gonna go ahead and practice because our mega code is tomorrow and we have to know it because I practiced and I sucked. I couldn't remember anything, so we gotta run through this again. Hey guys, so it is a little after 6:30 and we just finished practicing running the codes. I had no idea, so I basically got this wrong. I had no idea that we were being graded individually. I thought we were being graded as a group. So someone was on AOA, breathing, circulation, monitors, IV infusion, and we were being graded that way. That is not the case. We each have to be graded as a group leader, so we each individually have to run the codes. So I had to make sure that I understood each and everything and I understood what was happening, and given the vignette of the patient, what drugs I have to administer, what we have to monitor, what the EKGs look like. So I have to go home and practice all of that, and I literally have so many notes on my iPad to go over. Currently I'm just gonna go in the flexion because they have a game night and there might be free tacos, so I'm gonna see if there's any tacos left. I have a lot of work to do because I had no idea we were each being graded as a group leader. I thought one person was supposed to be the group leader and they just carry on, and then we are graded based on how well we administer each thing that the group leader tells us, and that's not the case. So I have to go home and practice being group leader and try to practice telling each and every person what to do and to see if I'm able to do it correctly and to make sure that my patient is sent off to the correct thing. So wish me luck. Okay guys, it's officially time to go home, eat dinner, and then I have to be back here again in the morning to practice. Good morning guys, good morning. Today is Wednesday, November 6th, and it is currently 7:26 and we are running a little bit late. So I'm literally gonna make this quick because we gotta get to school. I literally stayed up all late last night trying to practice my mega code because I remember I was just making so many little mistakes and forgetting what comes next in terms of like, what do I do like after I give this person the drug? What do I do after CPR? I have to remember to stop, check the pulse, look at the monitor, and then proceed. I just have to remember all of that, and I'm really nervous, even though this is a time where I have to be really calm and I cannot be nervous. We are gonna make our way to school. Unfortunately, like we have a practice mock exam for biostats, so we have to go and make our way to school because I want to be there to see what kind of questions there are, because I didn't do so hot on the quiz. We got our grades back yesterday and I kind of expected what I expected, didn't do so hot. So I really have to make sure that I really nail and understand all these questions, meaning going through all of my RX questions, going through my Euro questions twice. So hopefully we will be able to get the grade that we want for this class. And also we have to review renal as well, because renal and biostats will be on our exam next week. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and make some coffee and rush out the door. But after our biostats mock exam, we are gonna go ahead and practice for our mega code, and fingers crossed we pass. If not, then knock on wood, remediate on Friday with the written exam, but we will pass. We will pass. Wish me luck. Okay, we got our coffee. We're in blue scrubs today, and we are ready for our mega code. We are ready to pass our mega code. That's the vibe, that's the attitude we are going in today. We are gonna pass our mega code. And we made it to campus on time. Now it's time to go ahead and kill that mock exam and start practicing for my mega code. So currently it's 11:54 and we just finished practicing in the room. We went over some of the mega codes over again with different scenarios, so we feel a little bit more comfortable with practicing it. We are taking a lunch break for about half an hour, then we're gonna go again and practice some more. And then the facilitator who's gonna be monitoring us and assessing us during this code, she's gonna come in around 1 o'clock, and then we don't start till 2. So fingers crossed. I feel a little bit more confident, but we shall see how this goes. We just gotta keep practicing and practicing. I'm gonna go eat my overnight oats, and I'm also gonna go ahead and review the codes again, and the drugs, and the contraindications, and fingers crossed, we will make it out of this mega code. Hey guys, I'm back. It's after 4. I did not pass my mega code. I'm so annoyed. I made the stupidest mistake. Like, I had it. I read the rhythms right. I did everything right. I did the defibrillation right. Like, I got mixed up because my case was the person had VTAC, and I knew what to do when the person had VTAC. But for some reason, I read the blood pressure as the person having bradycardia, or else I would have done the algorithm that was for done in SVC. Synchronized cardioversion. I'm so annoyed because I did everything right, but because I messed up, like I had everything right, but because I read the person that's having bradycardia, which was so stupid of me, I still can't believe I made that tiny mistake that ended up making me do the wrong test, but I did everything else right. I just did the wrong test. I had such a good case too, and afterwards I realized, like, oh my goodness. So I have to go again on Friday, have another shot on Friday at 12, and then afterwards I have to do the written exam, which is 100 questions, and then I also still have to study for my exam next week, which is also 100 questions on biostats and renal. So I'm just really annoyed, and I'm just really stressed out at this point because there's so much to do, so much studying to do, so much review. Tomorrow I just have lecture. I also have to rewatch the lecture I did yesterday because I didn't go to class because I was practicing and reviewing for this and studying for renal. So I'm kind of like really annoyed because I honestly thought I was gonna pass it. Like, I did everything right. I just made that minor error. But the thing is, like, if I make that minor error on a real patient, that patient's screwed. So I just go over all of my algorithms again for tachycardia, bradycardia, cardiac arrest, and just make sure I do a better job at that. You made one little mistake and it literally just cost you. I'm so annoyed. I still can't believe that happened. So I guess medical school is a learning process, so I just got to get that done. I also never did ACLS at my old school. All we had was BLS, and you would do that in Med 5. So we never did ACLS. So even ACLS, like, everything is all new to me because I've never learned about it. I've never done it before. This is just a learning experience, so I just have to make sure I nail it next time. So it's after 4. I'm gonna go and pay my internet bill for my phone because we have like this little data box. I still have like my Canadian like SIM card in my phone, but for like Wi-Fi and data, like I'll use the Wi-Fi around here, and that allows me to iMessage and FaceTime, WhatsApp and stuff. But if I'm not on campus, not at home where I don't have Wi-Fi, I have like this little data box. It's black, and I basically, like, I'll show you like a picture here, and I use that for my internet when I'm not at home or like driving and stuff. And I just realized like I forgot to pay the internet bill last month, because towards the end of the month I always go and pay it, but because it was like Halloween and then we had our quiz and everything, I completely forgot to pay it, because I realized like I don't have internet, because every time I'm connected it says no internet. I'm just like, did I forget to pay my bill? And it's never happened. I've never ever forgotten to pay a bill before. So I'm gonna go and pay that so I can have internet access. So we're gonna go there, and then we are just gonna, honestly, I probably might just buy food because I'm so exhausted. I might just go stop at the grocery store and just buy sushi, and then just head home and then study. So I'll see you guys. So we're here at Digicel to pay my bill, and thankfully I don't see any line, which is good for 4 o'clock. So we got my bill paid. Thankfully I paid last month's and this month, so I don't have to pay this month's in case I forget. And I just have to pay for December's internet bill. So yeah, we are good for that. Now we're just gonna head to the grocery store. I'm gonna grab some sushi. And also, I didn't realize I was out of eggs and bread, so go and grab that at the grocery store while I'm out. I am so tired. Also, this is the little internet box that I have. You turn it on with this button and it literally gives you internet wherever you go. So thankfully now it's gonna be working, and I'm gonna have internet when I'm out of the house. Okay, we are here at Epi. I'm gonna quickly grab some sushi because I'm starving and I don't feel like making food. And I'm gonna grab all the little things I need. And also it's my friend's birthday, so I'm gonna grab him a little cupcake birthday cake to take home. And yeah, then we have a lot of studying to do when I get home. Okay, we're gonna grab these 2 sushis. So we got everything that I needed. So just got back from grocery shopping. I literally picked up all the essentials I needed to pick, and it took me less than like 20 minutes because I ran into my friend and it was his birthday. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta buy you a cake because we just did our ACLS and we all failed. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just get you a cake for your birthday. Like, he had it on his birthday. I'm like, you know what? Let's treat you. And I spent $181 EC, which is about $90 on eggs, bread. I also bought cupcakes for myself as well, and like these pumpkin spice donuts because I haven't had pumpkin spice for the fall season since I've been here. So yeah, that's basically all that I bought. So now it is time to go home. I'm gonna eat because I bought 2 cases of sushi. I got spicy tuna and a California roll because I am hungry and I really don't feel like cooking. And then we are gonna go home and study, and then I will see you guys tomorrow for lecture because Friday we have to take our remake for our ACLS and we have the written exam. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Today is Thursday, November 7th, and as you can hear, I'm not sure if you can hear that on my roof, but it's raining. So that means I need to bring a rain jacket so that way I don't get wet, which is really annoying because when it rains on the island, it rains pretty hard. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying walking out with my coffee in the rain. This week has been turning out to be one of the worst weeks of my life. I literally woke up this morning so confused, thinking that yesterday was literally a dream. And also, we got our Oski marks back, and I can honestly say I am truly not happy with my mark. It is one of the lowest Oski grades I've ever gotten in my entire medical school journey. At my old school and this school as well, I'm pretty shocked because usually Oski is always my highest mark. Like, it always is. I always nail it. And I'm not sure what happened, but I'm really annoyed. So this is why I literally think that this entire week is not real, because I didn't do so hot on my quiz, didn't end up passing my ACLS, and my Oski I'm so mad at. It got split into 2 grades. It got split into the actual Oski with the history taking the physical examination, and then it also got split into our patient notes SOAP note. Basically, like when we wrote up our patient note, and I actually did really well on the patient note. It's actually better than what I expected, which is what I expect. And I'm just like, I'm so confused. I'll explain everything afterwards because it's 7:27. I woke up late again this week because I'm like literally so exhausted because I'm trying to study for ACLS because we have the retake tomorrow. We have our exam, which is 100 questions. So I have to study for that on top of reviewing and studying for biostats and renal, which is next week. And we literally only got 2 days to study for it, which I think is insane. I feel like we at least needed 4 days to study for this exam. Like, at least 4 days. Like, I'm reasonable. 4 days would have been enough to review biostats and to review renal, which is so annoying. So I'm literally not sleeping the entirety of this week and next week until up to that exam. So I'm really annoyed. This has literally been like the worst week of my life. Like, I just do not think that this week is actually real, which is crazy. So I'll explain a lot more about the Oski stuff and everything later on once I get to class. Today we actually are going to lecture. I have nothing today. There's no ACLS today, so all I have is lecture up until like 12:30 I think, and then me and my group, we are going to be practicing for ACLS for tomorrow because basically all of us didn't pass except like one person, and then one person was able to retry yesterday at the same time because she was missing like one thing. The facilitator let her retake it. Basically all of us have to go and retake it tomorrow, so that's annoying. So wish me luck. Let's go on and head on to lecture. Yeah, it is really raining. I wish I took up my umbrella, but my umbrella is like stuck in my bag, so I think I just have to walk with this rain jacket. Thankfully I brought this rain jacket and it's brand new, so I'm good. It is 7:45. Let's go ahead and make our way to campus. We made it to campus. I also loved how it stopped raining, and I just brought a full-on rain jacket and it was pouring and now it just stopped. That's literally how the island rain is. It will pour for like the first 5 minutes and then it will just stop. Also, it's very sunny, but my glasses are fogged up, so I literally cannot see with them on. You gotta love the island weather sometimes. And I mean that very sarcastically. Hey guys, so it's a little after, well, it's almost 1 o'clock. I'm currently just going to the bus stop because our club's t-shirts came, so I have to go and pick them up because they just got delivered. So that's really exciting. And currently right now we're just going over our mega code because our remediation is tomorrow. So I literally had to walk around because I couldn't go through the other way because the Med 3s have their OSCEs today, which I completely forgot. So you're not allowed to go through one of the corridors because they just block it off because the students, after they do their patient history, taking the physical examination, they have to go into one of the classrooms to write down their patient notes on their laptops. So yeah, that entire portion is blocked off, and that's where I would have went, but I had to go all the way around. So yeah, and I didn't even realize I had to walk outside and I forgot my sunglasses and it's so bright. But yeah, we just got an email saying we have to take our remediation tomorrow for our ACLS mega code, and if we are successful, then we have our written exam at 2 p.m. If we don't pass, knock on wood, then we can't sit for the written exam, which is so annoying, and then we have to pay $300 again to make sure that we pass our ACLS, which is not happening. So we are going to try to nail down all the cases, and we're just going to keep practicing, and then at 1 we're going to go back into the rooms and start practicing again with the actual monitor. It's okay. Okay guys, we got our box of our club's t-shirts. So I was able to pick up our box of t-shirts that finally arrived for our club. So really excited. It's also really hot. And of course, I always have to pick a hoodie because the classrooms are freezing. So now we have to walk all the way around, and we're gonna go up to the 3rd floor again, which is all the way up there. And we're gonna continue practicing our mega code until we're ready to take it again tomorrow. So this is literally how I look like just walking around with this big box, because it's pretty big, but thankfully it's not too heavy. Or it's not too heavy because I worked out at the gym. Either way. Oh my god, there's so many mosquitoes. So the boy is down there, and we're basically practicing in the crumpler suites. This is also where we do our OSCEs too. And then you have the hallway down there, which is kind of like Hogwarts. That is kind of like a silent study that students use. So we just finished doing our mega code. I also just had a quick meeting, and it's about a little before 4:30, so now we're gonna head home and we gotta start practicing. Hey guys, so I'm officially at home. It's been quite a long day with practicing for the mega code tomorrow, and then we have to study for our exam, but we cannot take that exam unless we pass our mega code. So it's gonna be stressful. I thought I would be studying for renal, but I doubt that's gonna happen. There is a TA session that's happening for renal, talking about the acid stuff, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I probably might go just so that I have like some sort of refresher, because I do have to restudy everything from renal and biostats. But yeah, I quickly wanted to touch upon what I was talking about this morning because I almost forgot about my OSCEs. So I was pretty disappointed in my performance this week because my OSCE, that mark was actually like one of my lowest. Like I still passed, but it was one of my lowest marks that I've ever gotten in OSCEs. And to be honest, I don't feel like the mark that I got was fair. I did really well on the write-up. Like I did better than I expected, which is amazing. And that's kind of like up to par of the performance that I was expecting. And when I saw my mark, my heart dropped because I was like, I don't understand this mark. I don't understand how I got the mark that I did because I did everything. I did a good patient history. I did it very thoroughly. I gave my summary. I did the review of systems. I gave my 3 diagnoses, my pertinent positives and negatives. And I did half of the physical examination because no one actually ever finishes the physical examination, but I went through it thoroughly. So I wasn't expecting like 100% obviously, but I was expecting like a really good mark, like at least like a high pass and stuff because I covered everything. And unfortunately, I cannot ask my proctor or the head of the department to review my OSCE because they don't film the OSCEs here. Like I know at my old school at MUA, they did film our OSCE because there was a camera in the room with the patient, the proctor, and us, and it would literally just film our patient encounter. So that way, if we wanted to contest anything that happened, contest our grade, ask why we got this, there would be a recording of our performance and us showing like what we did right and what we did wrong, just to confirm, because again, everything in the OSCEs is subjective. It's subjective to the proctor that you have. It's subjective in like so many different ways because some facilitators, they do certain things than others, or they expect more of a certain thing than others do. So it's very weird how OSCEs are marked, but I personally don't think I deserve that grade. And for me, I have never been unhappy with my marks. Like I'm very realistic. I understand like why I got this mark, what I did, what I didn't do. And I've never wanted to contest my marks in my past like 3 semesters that I've done OSCEs here. Never wanted to contest them because I felt like, okay, that was fair. I did really well in this part, or I did exceptionally well and I love this mark, but this mark in general, I do not like it. And I personally would want to contest it because I 100% know I don't deserve this mark. I don't know why I got it. And I can't even go up and ask my facilitator who was grading me why I got this mark. And you can't ask the head of the department because you can only approach them if you have failed your OSCE. So they wouldn't even give my email a look even. So it's just really annoying that they just don't film their OSCEs, because personally for me, I just know I did not deserve that mark after everything that I did and all the explaining that I do, because I understood what was going on. And it wasn't like I went in like, oh my God, like I'm just gonna memorize. No, I understood everything. So I don't know what went wrong. And apparently the facilitator I had, like he was amazing. Like he's like everyone rates him highly. So I'm just so confused. Like what did I do that cost me my grade? So I don't know. I'm just very disappointed, and there's nothing I can do on my end but just take it and just make sure that I do really well in my upcoming exams, because OSCEs itself, I believe the total percentage of our mark was 6%, and it falls under our ICM grade, which was 50% of our final mark. And then our exams take in the rest of our marks. So I just have to do really well on my next 2 exams, which is coming up next week, and then in December, like the very last day of our semester, and my quizzes as well. So just gonna make sure I do really well on that, just kind of even it out, you know, because I was expecting a better grade, but it is what it is. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that because I don't know what happened, because I went out of that OSCE feeling good. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you on that. So it is after 5, so I'm going to go and study and attend my TA session, study renal, make sure I can ace my 100 question exam for my ACLS and nail my mega code. So that is what we are going to do tonight, and we are going to make sure we get some sleep because we are very sleep deprived. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Today is Friday, November 8th. We are at the end of the week. Honestly, I am so excited because I am so exhausted. I woke up really late this morning. I didn't get up until 6:30 because I was so tired. And it is 7:45, so we have to make our way to school today. I'm not attending class. Today is actually our last biostats class because on Monday and Tuesday is going to be our study period for our exam on Wednesday next week. So today's our last biostats class. I believe they are going to be doing a review, but honestly, I'm going to watch the recording because I am so stressed because I want to make sure today is my mega code retake, so I need to ensure that I pass. And today is also our written exam as well, so I also need to ensure that I pass. So we're gonna go to the library and we're basically gonna be studying, reviewing all our codes, going over some practice questions, and we're going to ensure that we pass both things today. Like, I am very determined to do this. We're gonna end the week strong so that way we can get to studying for renal and biostats. It is 7:45, well 7:43, 7:44. We're gonna go make some coffee. We are going to finish getting ready and we're going to head to the library and start reviewing. And we made it to campus. Now it is time to make our way to the library so we can start studying and reviewing for our mega code and exam. So we got on the black scrubs and we are going to ace it today. Okay guys, I just came back from my mega code. I passed, thankfully, and I just did my written exam, so fingers crossed. We'll see how that goes, but you need to pass that in order to be ACLS certified, so fingers crossed. Hopefully you find out if I passed the written or not. Hey guys, so currently it is 8:10 p.m. This entire week has been such a whirlwind of a week. Like, I feel so sleep deprived. I'm just glad that I got through my ACLS certification. After I finished the written exam, I was so tired. I got my stuff, I went home, I ended up buying food and I just ate and I just had a massive headache. Okay, we had to redo the mega code. That took like about 2 hours to get through everyone that was in my group, and then the ones who passed, they went straight ahead and did the written exam. So right after we finished our code, and once at the end, once everyone in the group went, the instructor told us who had passed and who had not passed. So the people who had passed had to rush down to the classroom and write the written exam, and it was a 100-question exam that took us about an hour to write. And oh my goodness, like, I was just exhausted. So the way that we know if someone had passed the written exam is I had asked one of the people in the class, because we have been doing ACLS since I believe September, so it has been going on and I'm basically the last group to go. They said that if we got an email within like 2 hours saying that we needed to redo, like we didn't pass, we would get an email tonight. And it's already 8 o'clock since I've written the exam. I wrote it after 2, so it has been like more than 2 hours, and I checked my email. I didn't get an email about anything, so I'm assuming I passed. Hey guys, so currently it is Friday, November 15th, and it is about 1:15. I'm filming this a week later because I ended up not passing my written exam. So they sent me an email Monday, not Friday, saying that I didn't get the 84% to pass, which sucks. So I had my remediation today. It was verbal. We literally just verbate like we have 5 questions and we just have to get 3 right to pass. So I basically did mine. It literally took less than 5 minutes. We went through some of the questions that I got wrong in numerical order, and I already knew the ones that I got wrong because like when I reviewed them at home, I'm like, yeah, but it was just a lot because we had our OSCEs, we had our quiz, ACLS, and we had to study for exam the next week. So it was a lot to handle within that 1 week. But needless to say, thankfully I passed. So I'm officially done with ACLS. Like, finally, like I was literally like going through hell that week. Like, it was insane. And I'm officially done my ICM because I had my last ICM class yesterday. So now all there is to study for our final exam, which is gonna be in about 4 weeks time. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I believe I am now officially certified for ACLS, which is amazing. I'm just so thankful that I passed my mega code. I wrote the exam, everything's all good. So now I just have to wait on Monday for the email for my ACLS certification. Yeah, I'm just ready to start studying. I just finished a TA session and now I'm gonna go ahead and review biostats and renal. I have to rewatch the recordings of the lectures of the 2 classes I missed. It has been a lot, but I'm glad I was able to take you guys along this journey of seeing like the good and the bad side of the ACLS training, because it's a lot. ACLS is no joke, and before even doing this entire week, I had no idea what ACLS even was. Thankfully, now that I know it, I know what algorithms to run, I know the process of it, so I will be prepared for when we actually have to perform this during our rotations and stuff. Actually, I'm not sure when we perform this, but at least now that we know we're ACLS certified, so I believe this should carry on into our rotations. Yeah, officially your girl is ACLS certified. So excited. I'm just thankful I was able to get through it. So I guess this concludes the end of my weekly vlog. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and spending time with me this week, getting through the entire process. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As always, if you guys love watching my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, turn on your post notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.